has been a long time no see. For those that don't know me, my name is Micaiah, and I may sound strange to some of you because I don't share my real name on social media like ever, but 2025 has just been a year of just reinventing myself and truly showing the real me. And I did it here and there in the beginning. And if you follow me on any of my social media platforms, you see me more often than anything than YouTube. So I highly suggest you follow me there. And this might be one of 3 YouTube videos I'm going to be putting up. But welcome and welcome back. This is my life update video. Last time you guys seen me, that was about 6 months ago. 6 months ago, I was in cosmetology school, and as hectic as that schedule was, I still found time to do YouTube videos. But 6 months ago, I really fell off, but I've been planning my return to YouTube. I've been filming all these videos, but never had the courage to edit. So grab a glass of wine, grab some snacks, and we're just gonna yap, chat, talk, and catch up with life, because it's been a minute since I've seen you guys. And today's video, I'm going to be doing a fill-in on myself. Yes, I work with acrylic. I'm now taking in-person clients in the south side of Chicago, so if you're interested, go and book our nail services. But I feel like this video is the perfect video to make as we are transitioning from Halloween to November. I'm cutting it short. I'm taking the red off. And I want something different and more earthier. And especially too when I braid hair, I'm looking for a more shorter option because I feel prone to danger when it comes to having long nails. They don't really work with my lifestyle as well as I think they do. I braid hair, I do other people's nails, so I don't find the use of long nails anymore like I used to. It was a cute run while it lasted, but I'm looking for something different and something more on the natural side. And so far, I cut down the length. I'm just removing any old product because my nails have grown out for 3 weeks and it's just time for a fill-in. I hung on as long as I could, but it was really my pinky nail that was hurting the most that encouraged me to take these nails off and opt for a shorter set because I banged my pinky nail on a piece of furniture and it was throbbing as I was filing it away, but I kind of braced through the pain because I wanted this product off. I wanted my pinky nail to stop hurting. And now we're going to start the fill process. In the fill process, we just push back our cuticles and start prepping the natural nail that has grown in. So that just involves cutting excess cuticle that has grown in, dehydrating the nail plate from what we could see, and then applying the primer and the acrylic. And yes, you can see the damage on my other hand. Some nails have fell off, and it's kind of a retention issue based off the acrylic. It's just because I'm not dominant with my left hand, so I find that the retention using my right hand to apply acrylic is much longer. I actually feel more in control when I'm using my right hand to apply versus my left hand. And even with just filing with my left hand, I'm screaming for help and I do not know what to do. I'm just gonna pop in and out, just explaining what I do while also explaining the life update. You know how this goes. Looking at my last video, I have posted in April 17th, and that was actually the day that I graduated cosmetology school, and I am officially a licensed cosmetologist. Throughout cosmetology school, there was 2 parts. There was the textbook version, and then there was the practical where you just get hands-on training for everything that you do. And I didn't film much of that just because I was working every single day. If you followed our hair page during the cosmetology journey, I was really posting nonstop, constantly working on clients, and I also had to work at a separate job to keep up with bills and all that other stuff. And that was practically my life for 9 months. Waking up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to school from 9 to 5 and taking 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. working shifts. Looking back on it, 9 months didn't really feel like a long time while doing it. It just blinked and I was at 1,500 hours. I was taking the state board. I was applying for new jobs. Everything was kind of moving really fast, so I didn't have time to really dedicate to YouTube as much as I thought I did. But the intention was always there. But I put forth effort into short form content. I'm hella active on my own personal Instagram page, shopmelanatedp. You can follow us here. But when I'm posting short form content, I'm feeling like a lot of connection is being lost between me and the screen. I'm not really a person that likes to open up. So a lot of what I was looking for was engagement and connection, and I was clearly not getting that. So I often felt dissatisfied with YouTube and dissatisfied with social media in general. And also too, I felt really stagnant in nails I was creating, both press-on nails and nails that I would work on people as I'm building my clientele. I think you could take a quick look at my videos in the past where I'm really into outlandish and artistic nails, and nothing's wrong with that, but just finding a clientele for that is something that's like 1 in a million at this rate. But the journey I went through for 6 months, and my life and nails, career-wise, has just been a whirlwind, ups and downs, roller coasters. And as much of a blessing as it is, I do notice that I fell through a lot of hardship. And during the time I didn't feel ready to talk about it and come to the internet and just expose everything, every trauma that I went through, I finally am at a place in my life where I'm just letting go and letting God and just figuring out things at my time and just letting what happened to me go, essentially. And during April, I was looking at new jobs. I was really interviewing all these different places, and there was one nail shop in particular that really caught my eye. I felt at home. I felt like this was a place that I could see myself in, and I've been going there for 2 weeks, but they let me go. And that felt so disheartening. And based off my creative background, I would say, I don't have experience with hands-on nails. And that's where a lot of salons and a lot of explaining had to come into play when looking for a job. It's like I gained material, like product material knowledge with working with press-on nails and working on practice hands. And I barely even wore nails myself because I was doing hair in school, and my school didn't prioritize nails. And you can imagine how big of a letdown that was for me, especially for a person that went to school for nails to begin with. Finding out that the school doesn't prioritize nails as much as they prioritize hair was a big letdown, and honestly almost stopped me from participating in the program to begin with. But I guess the thing that kept me going was just the fact that I loved hair also, and I'm traveling all this way. I gave up so much to do nails that I didn't want to let some inconvenience like this stop me. After we refined the shape of the nails, we added some primer, and we're going to go ahead and add the acrylic now to the new growth. But back to the story. During those 6 months was a lot of self-doubt, a lot of growth that I had to do internally, because I felt like I knew what I was doing, but I wasn't gaining the trust from other salons to trust me that I know what I was doing. I felt like, I got this license and I put in all these hours and you still don't trust me. That was something that was a challenge for myself, because I think during the time spent, I was like, I know I'm a hard worker. I know push comes to shove, when pressure comes to it. Well, it doesn't need to be about pressure, but just I know I can get a task done. I know I'm not afraid to say I don't know something. I'm not afraid to ask for help. But during the time of applying for jobs, applying to all these different places and trying to see myself there, and then also trying to do something that's close, because I never had a job where I had transportation that wasn't 2 buses. I always had to travel far places that honestly weren't best for me mentally, but I still put up with it because, I'm a hustler. I'm wanting to put myself out there. But I felt in the trap of putting my all in. It wasn't 100% in return as I thought it would be. I had some salons ghost me, some salons wasted my time, some salons weren't willing to work with me, and little did I know that was a blessing in disguise. And now looking back on it, and my skill set has changed for the better, and I'm more knowledgeable about my potential. I don't hide my potential. I feel like those salons will later realize what they're missing out on. Lesson is so important for everyone to realize. When people just doubt your success and doubt that you're going to make anything of yourself, I think the fact that you're able to show up, get up 10 times when you've been knocked down 9 is such an important lesson that I think anybody could resonate with. And I'm sharing my experience, sharing my knowledge, sharing my growth with my YouTube audience, because I've been sharing it with TikTok and Instagram. YouTube doesn't get a lot of love, and I feel comfortable sharing all this information just because I know that I won't return to those salons anymore. I'm really looking for people, and I guess what the main thing that those 6 months have taught me is just stick with the people that took a chance on you and meet you halfway and willing to work with you on a lot of your pain points, because I had the technique down, I had the product knowledge, I knew what I was doing, I knew the technical side, I knew everything. But just sticking with the people that are willing to take a chance on you rather than the people that just wait till you're good to say something. And I stick with that mentality when choosing my clients as well. If you're going to choose with me and understand I'm a beginner and allow me to flourish and have grace with me, I'm going to 110% pull forward with you in terms of your design, what you want, and overall creating the best nails I can for the surface. And side note, the acrylic application is just so tea. Like, I barely even need a file, but we are going to file and reshape the nails to reinforce that square shape. And some part of me feels like I'm not a beginner, but I'm also not an expert. I know a lot of product knowledge based off working off of press-on nails, like I mentioned before, but I'm still new to working on people in real time on real fingers, and I'm taking the time to practice on myself and get the experience that way while I'm also posting myself for clientele. For this dark green color, this is a color that I've been wanting since I was about 17, and I actually mixed two colors to achieve this look, black and light green, because I didn't have any dark green polish. But nail shops say, oh yeah, we can't do that color, which motivates me to be my own nail tech and service myself, because a lot of chop shops, a lot of nail shops won't do what you ask. Being with a private nail technician is going to make getting your nail experience worthwhile and make it feel one of a kind, because that's exactly how you should feel. And this is how the look came out. Again, thank you so much for catching up on me. I know this was a bit of a short video, but it's been 6 months and we have a lot to catch up on, a lot of nail designs to do, and I'm so thankful for you to join the ride.